My loving wife and partner, Cheryl, I'm ready.
You don't mean you're finally ready to open up and tell me 5 major events of Vietnam and how it affects us today?
Yes,
Oh, that's beautiful, honey.
actually, it was anything but beautiful. After World War II, Vietnam wanted its independence from France, and this started the war. You see, the communists decided to help Vietnam, and after a while, the French decided to leave the war. But US at the time was largely anti-communist, and decided to join South Vietnam and stop the spread of communism.
At least people weren't drafted. I mean, it wasn't really a war about protecting our country or keeping people safe, right?
Actually, people were drafted. Not only were they forced to fight, but when they came back, they got hate from hippies.
Well, that sounds sucky. You were forced to fight, then shamed for it?
It was a very sucky time indeed. Now get this. In Vietnam, there's a lot of trees and jungle, and it made it very hard to fight, and the enemy would constantly ambush us. So, we made something called chemical orange. It was made to destroy plants and was claimed to be healthy and okay for humans to be around. This was a lie and led to a lot of health problems and even gave people cancer.
Oh my gosh, that sounds very sucky.
Yes, there was sucky going all around apparently. This was the only war that I know that had men killing for body count and not land. There was constant search and destroy missions. It was all about killing the enemy. And this was the case in My Lai. You see, the enemy, North Vietnam, blended in with the civilians. It was really hard to tell them apart. And with the civilians constantly hiding the enemy and supporting them half the time, led to lots of civilians dying.
Now that's very sucky.
Yes, we were given sucky orders, and with the hippies up our backs, we were given even more restricting orders, which made this war nearly impossible, which is why we decided to leave. When we left, known as Saigon Falls, we took children and orphans back to the U.S., but left South Vietnam to fend for their own, which made it very difficult for them.
Well, I'm glad to know it's over.
Well, some of us are still fighting, whether it's chemical orange, which give us health problems and we can pass down to our kids, or all the horrors we're left with. It really makes us decide which wars are important to fight and which people should be drafted for.
Wow, I never knew.
You never do, Cheryl. You never do.